It's so interesting. Like, so many teams are calling the Red Sox trying to see if they can get to Chris Sale. Now, he's pitched 48 innings since 2019, had Tommy John surgery, and since then, the injuries have been a little bit quirky, right? He had the rib fracture, then he had the broken pinky when he got hit with the ground ball, then he had the biking accident. And so you think maybe the arm is healthy, that he come back, but $55 million on the hook for the next couple of years. But the idea that teams are calling, I think the bigger issue is the fact that the Red Sox are listening, because, look, if you trade Chris Sale, you're rebuilding. You're not going to try to win right now. If you trade Chris Sale before the Devers negotiations are done, you're probably not going to sign Rafael Devers, because he's going to think, I'm not going to win here for the next couple of years. And so I think it's really telling to see what they do. I don't know how they make a deal that makes sense from eating what I think they're going to have to eat a significant part of the money and be able to get some prospect back in return to justify it and not look like it's a complete rebuild. And if you're going to rebuild, why would you sign Kenley Jansen to a 2-year, $32 million deal? So I think it's a broad, big, bold statement. If they decide to trade Chris Sale, this is a rebuild there, and I think it might as well trade everybody that has value.
On the hook for $25 million a year for 23 and 2024. Let's talk about a guy with whom Chris Sale won a World Series on that great 2018 team, Nate Eovaldi, who is probably the best in remaining class as far as free agent starters. The Red Sox, still being rumored, is interested in retaining his services. Who else is in play?
So we understand the Padres, the Angels, the Rangers are in. They said another American League East team, that he's been tied to the Orioles earlier this year. The complication in this is he was extended the qualifying offer. He rejected it. He made 20 starts last year. He had a back strain early in the year, then a shoulder inflammation. I don't know how anybody can justify health-wise to give him a multi-year deal. And if you do, are you willing to also give up a draft pick because of the level of risk that you're taking? It seems to me that the only pathway for him to pitch in the beginning of the season is to go back and pitch with the Boston Red Sox. I know teams are interested, but I just can't believe that they're going to be willing to give a multi-year deal based upon the health, or to give up the draft pick based upon the health. So it seems to me the pillow contract has to come for Boston. But if they're going to trade Sale, then why sign Eovaldi for $19 million? So the Red Sox have been interesting all offseason, even more interesting right now.
Hey, to follow up on Eovaldi, though, am I on to something here? Am I right or wrong over the fact that I feel Eovaldi's price has gone up in that he is the last big free agent starter out there? You could argue to the contrary, but with some of the deals that we've seen consummated around the league for starting pitching, and he's probably the guy who's most appealing to a contending team, I feel like his price has gone up for the fact that he's held out a little bit. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I understand that logic. In a vacuum, it makes sense. But the health issue, he made 20 starts last year. And so that scares me. That part of it was shoulder inflammation. That scares me. And so I don't know that I can give a multi-year deal. And if I sign him, I'm not going to sign him to a one-year deal and give up a draft pick, because that just doesn't make any sense either. And so I don't know. I understand what you're saying. You're right. He is the next guy out there if he's healthy. But it's a big capital I, capital F, and I'm not sure what to think of it moving forward.
All right, one of the teams that I think makes sense for Nate Eovaldi, the Baltimore Orioles. We'll talk about them in a moment. Steve Phillips, fill in the scorecard with Steve. We appreciate it, Steve. We'll talk to you later on in the week.